Friends, hi. It feels like Christmas. Do you know why? Because we are checking out Dayseeker's latest album number 7, Creature in the Black Night, and I'm getting to preview that a few days early, which feels wild to me. Thank you so much to Spinefarm Records who have made this happen. I started this channel a little while ago, not that long ago, a few months ago, to separate my music content from my gaming content. And I slowly realised that I really liked doing music reactions and wanted to share my passion for music reactions and share my thoughts and feelings, and seem like they've done really well, modestly. I saw an email in my inbox talking about release dates for albums, and I saw Dayseeker on there. Now, Dayseeker are an artist that I've heard of for so long, but I haven't had the time to check out for years. So many friends had recommended them, and so I saw this as my sign to finally give them a listen. Anyway, a few tracks in, and I'm like, what was I doing with my life before? How have I slept on them for so long? Telling all my friends that have recommended them to me how great they are. Buying merch after the first song. Buying tickets to their tour after the first song. I really felt some sort of connection to the music. I really liked the sad undertones, the emotions that they share through relationships not going so well, difficult situations, and grief. Rory, the vocalist, lost his father, and it's been a really difficult journey. It's not an easy thing, and I'm going to be listening to 11 tracks in order. I will put timestamps, so we will have chapters in case you want to skip ahead and skip to the next one. We will listen through, hopefully all the way through, and then I'll talk about the lyrics after. We might stop and start, and I'm going to read just a little brief because I think that's important. Anyway, basically, also coming back to my story, tangents. I loved Dayseeker after listening to their stuff, and I emailed Spinefarm just asking if they would consider me for previewing the album before launch. I did not expect to be in this situation right now. I'm so excited I'm forgetting my trains of thought, but I wanted to mention that. A bit about Dayseeker as well. So this is their 7th studio album. It's called Creature in the Black Night, and there are 4 tracks that have been released already. Pale Moonlight was about 5 months ago. I've listened to that one, loved it, liked the video as well. That's interesting, we'll talk about that later. Creature in the Black Night, the focus track, the title, namesake, that was released 3 months ago. I have not listened to that one yet, so I'm looking forward to that. Shapeshift was released 1 month ago, haven't listened to that one either. And Bloodlust 3 weeks ago, loved it. Now then, Dayseeker, they're Southern Californians, or from Southern California, consisting of Rory Rodriguez on vocals, Gino Scambaluri on guitar, Ramon Valerio on bass, and Zach Mayfield on drums. They're all insanely talented in their own ways. This has been released through Spinefarm Records, the album. It's been produced by Daniel Braunstein, who worked with Spiritbox and Silent Planet, both of which I've covered on this channel, both of which I think are really cool and insanely talented too. Very creative. It's been mixed by Zach Savini, who worked with Blink-182, love, Bring Me the Horizon, one of my faves, Lorna Shore, quick to be one of my favourites lately, covering them on my channel at the moment. The album is Dayseeker's most immersive and intentional record to date. Eerie, cinematic, and threaded with a dark and sexy emotional current. I don't know what that means, but interesting. I was going to ask, could that mean that it's a concept album where it's intentional, immersive? But it says, while not a concept album in the traditional sense, Creature in the Black Night exhibits thematic cohesion from its shadowy visual identity, Grim Reaper iconography, ta-da, that's the cover art, and ominous atmosphere, to how its songs unfold like chapters. There's a horror-inspired vibe that took hold early on, Rodriguez explains. It wasn't planned, but once it started showing up in the songs, we leaned into it. That's cool how the sound or the theme evolved, or it took shape through that. Fans expecting a sorrowful descent into depression might be surprised. Oh. Creature in the Black Knight has sharper edges, heavier riffs, and a newfound sense of clarity. Nice. There was this idea that we'd get more and more commercial over time, Rodriguez says, but I think the opposite has happened. We're riffing more, I'm screaming more, and it feels good. It feels honest. That's cool. We love to see that. I like how their sound has evolved over the years, and I've heard a lot more heavier stuff recently. I've heard stuff sprinkled in, but it seems like there's a lot more heavy stuff now, and I love that. I think that's really cool. Rory's got insane vocals anyway. They utilise really well. Dayseeker hasn't just evolved, they've ascended. Oh, that's a line, isn't it? They're touring. They're returning to the UK in February 2026, and they're performing alongside Motionless in White, who I have just started listening to after years of recommendations as well, purely because I saw that they were going to be on tour with Dayseeker. Or Dayseeker, I thought Dayseeker was supporting them, but they're going to be performing together, basically. And Motionless in White, they've got this sound that reminds me of Weezer and Jimmy Eat World combined, and I love that. I love both those bands, so I'm excited for that too. They're going to be playing in Glasgow, Nottingham, Manchester, Cardiff, and London. And I'm very excited. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna start now. 6 minutes, nearly 7 minutes of talking your ears off. We're gonna go track by track. This is Pale Moonlight by Dayseeker on the Creature in the Black Knight album.
Deal with the devil, put me down on my knees, like a call to religion, trade my soul for a dream. There's no cure to my darkness, only perfect disease. When my depression takes over, you're the one thing I need, synthetic therapy. There's a demon.
just brilliant. So I've heard that one already, and I love it, and it's so damn catchy. I couldn't help myself but sing along, and I know that's going to be so cringe now. I know it's going to be so cringe, and I don't want to start filming this again. I don't want to. We've started now. I can't. I have to commit. I love it. I love everything about that. I love how the track builds up. It comes in so. It's got a sexy undertone, hasn't it? Has it? I think it has. That. This bit. I'll just for explanation's sake. Builds. I love that. That almost feels like a droplet of water splashing down. I never thought about that before. That it's really, the first one's really loud, and then it's the second one is quieter. Loud, not so loud, and then I don't know what that is. I really wanted to listen to that whole song again. I don't know what that is, but I love it. What is that? Is that some sort of electronic? I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm feeling it so much. It really builds that tension. And there is tension. He's made a deal with the devil. That's never going to go right, is it? In the video, we see him. He's in a dark place in the real world. At home, there's a bed, depression pit, almost. It feels like, anyway. And he goes off out to this secret place that is kind of hidden, concealed, and he pays, or he exchanges something to go to this place that basically takes him away from the real world. It's almost like a vice, a drug that takes away the pain of reality, the pain of depression. And throughout the video, you see him aging in the real world because he's indulging in this, whatever this is, this vice of his, and it's quite mad. By the end of it, I think the darkness takes over and consumes him. Well, that's what it looks like, but it's an incredible piece of video. Made a deal with the devil, put me down on my knees. Basically, the power the devil holds over him, I think. Like a cult or religion, trade my soul for a dream. It's quite self-explanatory, isn't it? Whatever it is that he wants, or he wants to indulge in, or this vice, he's trading his soul for it. There's a cost, and a cult or religion that would consume one person, that would consume someone. So that's that kind of self-explanatory as well. But not everyone will get the same. I can say self-explanatory, but if I don't explain it, people might be sat there like, what's she talking about? There's no cure to my darkness, only perfect disease. I think that would mean like I can't be cured. This darkness, this is deep within me, and I can't get rid of it. It's part of me, perhaps. Perfect disease, is he liking it to a disease? Is it that it can't be cured? It's a disease, perhaps. I don't know. That sounds quite basic interpretation. That's not very in depth. When my depression takes over, you're the one thing I need. Whatever this is, this vice, this is the, maybe not the cure to his depression, but this is what he seeks out when the depression takes over. I need you when the depression is here. Synthetic therapy, is that like, I'm just going to have a look at. Therapy is obviously, yeah, it is. Okay, like chemical substance. Therapy in a way of drugs. It's not really going to cure all, or as far as I see it, it's not solving a problem. Or it depends on the situation, because medicine can help cure things, but in terms of vices, in terms of a drug, taking drugs to forget reality, to forget the real world, to forget the problems, using that as therapy, using that as someone's therapy, in a synthetic way. If you want to see how I run right back to killing myself, taking my time, dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight, I guess dancing with the devil, it's not good for him. It's saying run right back to killing myself. Dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight, I guess it just gives a visual of doing that in the nighttime, where everything's dark. Perhaps symbolism of that in some way. Made a deal with the devil, again, starts off the verse starts off like that. An apparition that bleeds. What's the price of your body if it's taken for free? What does that mean? Is it like not valuing yourself? Selling yourself cheaply, undervaluing, not taking care of your body? Or is it more symbolic of like life and death? We are so vulnerable. Life is very precious. It's a vulnerable thing. We're not immortal. We can go at any time, and it would be taken so freely. We have no control over that. I don't know. Not sure. I was starved for attention, but you can take it from me. I wonder if that's using this vice because we didn't have attention. We wanted attention. We didn't have it. You can have anything from me. You can have anything you want because I need you in these dark times. If there's a hell underneath us, that's where you'll find me. The darkness has consumed him. He's not in a good place. Could also suggest he's not doing good things. And then so there's repetition in the lines from the chorus and everything like that. And then the harsh vocals, oh my god, how cool were they? How cool were they? Like the whole build up, and then so it starts off building the atmosphere, and then there's a couple of punchy bits that like smack you in the face over and over. Love that. But then it goes back to the verse and it quietens down, and then it comes back to the chorus, punches you in the face again, verse, and then this bit where he says, dance with the devil, slave to the end, beg for the dirt when they find you in a coffin. What does that even... So dance with the devil, slave to the end. You're a slave to this. You're not going to get out of this. You're trapped. Beg for the dirt when they find you in a coffin. Is it that you've sealed your own death? Or you want to, I don't know, beg for the dirt. I'm not really sure. It's a great line. I wish I understood it. I wonder if I can make such a big... actually, Pale Moonlight, I wonder, did anyone make any notes on this one? No, it doesn't. It seems like it no. Sadly, no. But that's okay. I don't want to dwell too long on things because I want to listen to the next one, but I also want to give everything like time. Let me just see one more thing. What? does it mean? One last try. Significance of throwing dirt on a coffin. Before leaving the cemetery, the deceased loved ones may toss a handful of dirt or soil. Symbolize. Symbolize that deceased is returned to where they came from. Man comes from earth and so must return to earth. Oh. So could that mean this is just a random memorial planning website I found. But when you're finally gone, you'll regret it. You'll wish you were back here. You'll beg to wish you were on real soil. I wonder. It's said with such anger as well. Obviously, harsh vocals are full of emotion. Gosh. All right. We're going to listen to Creature in the Black Night now. This is my first time listening to this one. Creature in the Black Night, track 2. I'm going to say now, that felt like it was going to go harder, and it surprised me in a good way. I like the unpredictability of that. It didn't pound in, but it's eased in, and it's a kind of sweet, nice sound. Lyrics might suggest otherwise, but let's go back a bit. Forever like a creature in the night. Bloody hell. It's a bit scary, isn't it? It's a bit of a threat. Back off. Please back off. Build up.
Show me how to feel when you show me that you don't care. You don't care.
Oh.
Like a creature in the black night. So why are you lucid in the daylight? You feel like a stranger inside your sky. You run like a creature in the black night, and you'll be alone in your bed till the bitter end. So why are you lonely in the twilight? You live with the fear that makes you sad. You run like a creature in the black night, and you'll be alone in your bed till the bitter end. Yeah, you'll be alone in your bed till the bitter end.
Those fucking drums, man. The drums are always so on point with these guys. Zach is incredible on the drums. I from the moment I heard their first track, I was like, who the hell is on drums? They always sound so great. There's always these cool beats that I'm hearing that just, oh, they're so, you just want to, I don't know what you want to do, but there was like a pause at one point that threw me off. That was really cool. I think I was like headbanging, and then it kind of for a very split second stopped and continued back in. I love what Rory does with the vocals. His vocals are just incredible so far, if I haven't already said that. I've got all these thoughts in my head at the moment. I love the thing that he does where he alters some of the key of the lyrics. He'll repeat something at the end, but he'll change them slightly. So he's done it in this. I'm pretty sure he did it in Pale Moonlight as well. Just slightly changes the tone. And it's a nice detail that I really love. I love that through most of that track, it was quite calm, chill. It didn't fully kick off until the breakdown. The other thing about these guys, they have insanely cool breakdowns. Every single one is great in its own way. I've not heard a bad one yet, and they're so meaty. They make you just want to throw your head around. I want to just see if I can find that bit where I was headbanging and it stopped.
You don't care.
Whoa.
You ride, like a creature in the black night. So why are you lucid in the daylight?
Fuck, it's so good. I feel high from their music. Alright, we'll listen to this bit as well. I love that detail.
You feel like a stranger inside your sky. You run like a creature in the black night, and you'll be alone in your bed till the bitter end.
That's it.
Why are you lonely in the
That's it.
twilight? You live
Lonely in the twilight. That different tone changed it, and there's so much emotion there. There's this forceful cadence, this accent on the lonely, not cadence, I don't know what I was talking about. I love those details that they have in songs. It doesn't sound the same. It doesn't sound like it's repetitive for no reason. It doesn't sound like there's substance to it. There's depth, and you hear that in every single song. So I can't get enough of them.
with the fear that makes you sad. You run like a creature in the black night, and you'll be alone in your bed till the bitter end.
come on. Beautiful ending. That there was a bit as well where it had that weird, almost like AI sounding, robotic sounding, weird being entity that was talking from wherever. Not Rory. It sounded like a weird voice. But we'll come to that in a sec. So, lyrics. Guilty hands can't hide their plans. Once I got a hold on you, I won't let go. Guilty hands can't. Okay. Is he saying his hands are guilty? Can't hide their plans. Once I got a hold on you, I won't let go. On your knees, you'll understand. So I'm going to have you on your knees. Nothing stays the same except the taste of gold. Could this be about corporate greed? I don't think it is. But money talks. Nothing stays the same except money and the power that holds over things. Gold. Fuck me in your dreams like you can't escape it. Right. I can make a scene when I feel degraded. There's a fetish going on there. Bullet through my heart when I feel you break it. I feel you break it. So is this someone who has broken his heart, or someone, a failed relationship, or someone that's broken his heart? Is that why he's saying fuck me in your dreams like you can't escape it? Like you even if you don't want this, you're gonna do it in your dreams. Not sure. Why are you lucid in the daylight? Lucid dreaming is like controlling your dreaming, but daylight is not generally the time people would sleep. Why are you lucid in the daylight? Why do you seem like a dream? Or is it, why do you feel lucid? Because it says you feel like a stranger inside your skin. You run like a creature in the black night. There, they said the thing. And you'll be alone in your bed till the bitter end. Is he talking to himself? No, because he's saying fuck me in your dreams. That's wouldn't be. You'll be alone in your bed till the bitter end. Could that be like you've made your bed, now lie in it? You run like a creature in the black night. Creature in the black night. What does it say here? Rory shares this. Creature in the black night is the darker part of your conscience overpowering you. Oh, so it is. It's about the rush you're addicted to that you can't ignore. Oh, okay. Okay, fair. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay. All right then. So yeah, you've bloody made your bed. Now lie in it. The fuck me in your dreams like you can't escape it. There's some dark pleasure in that. Same with the degradation. And then, so we're going back to, you keep talking with your hands. Keep talking with your hands. There's insincerity there because he suggested guilty hands at the start. Guilty hands can't hide their plans. The truth comes out. We'll all know in the end. You can taste the poison with your swollen tongue. You know it's there. Acknowledging that. Bite your neck, I want it bad, like an impulsive thing. Blood into a diamond with a single touch. They talk about gold, now they're talking about diamond, but I'm not sure what that means. Blood into a diamond with a single touch. Like how sharp it is? That you would bleed on it? Doesn't seem right. I feel like I'm off with that one. Something keeps you coming back. It's drawing you back every time. Why are you lonely in the twilight? You live with a fever that makes you sick. I can find you when the sun sets in the darkness, where you're furthest from the light in the darkness. I will follow you forever like a creature in the night. Creature in the black night. I'm guessing this cloaked figure is the creature in the black night as well. Obviously, it seems. I don't know the significance of the like flowers, the purple and pinks, but it's almost like an eclipse behind them, or some sort of suns. Could that be the sunset? Oh my god, that's the sunset. I can find you in the sunsets, right? Is that what that is? I was actually going to talk about the album cover earlier, but actually this is a perfect time, because that might suggest the visual that I've just read. Perhaps. I really like the colours. And yeah, the creature in the black night looks like a dark being, perhaps dangerous, but one that would be an impulsive desire. I can turn a dream right into a living nightmare. Show me how you feel when you show me that you don't care. Oh, do anything to show me how to feel when you show me that I don't care. I'm not sure. There was also a bit that said that you run. I can't see that in the lyrics, but I remember hearing that. Running from it, running like a creature in the black night, running from. This is intense. This is so good. We're only on track 3, lads. Track 3. Crawl back to my coffin. Let's go. Ooh.
Shame, I thought I had a pulse again. Swear you called my name when I was on my dying breath. The skin wore off my bones, I felt my soul at peace. Can I just be alone again? A few more decades, please. Can you tell me what it's like to bring the dead back to life? Gave me roses when I died, just to kill me one more time. Now I gotta cut you off, gotta cut my losses. Came all this way, got out of my grave again, just to crawl back to my coffin. It's a goddamn shame, I was getting on my hopes again. When my funeral came, I wish you would have let me rest. The skin wore off my bones, I felt my soul at peace. Can I just be alone again? A few more decades, please. Can you tell me what it's like to bring the dead back to life? Gave me roses when I died, just to kill me one more time. Now I gotta cut you off, gotta cut my losses. Came all this way, got out of my grave again, just to crawl back to my coffin. Just to crawl back to my coffin. The skin wore off my bones, I found my soul at peace.
Don't think we'll have harsh ones here.
Can I just be alone again? A few more decades, please. Can you tell me what it's like to bring the dead back to life? Gave me roses when I died, just to kill me one more time. Now I gotta cut you off, gotta cut my losses. Came all this way, got out of my grave again. I came all this way, got out of my grave again, just to crawl back to my coffin.
That was very cool. It kind of started like that. It's that synthy. It sound. It. If I didn't know the lyrics, it sounded more like I could dance and like feel happy. But the title is "Crawl Back to My Coffin," for goodness sake. It's actually quite emotional. With the way he sung it, made it feel emotional. That added the emotional depth to it as well. But I really loved the instruments there. It was a different feel. It was more like electro style, but I loved it. And I said I didn't think we'd get harsh vocals in here, but we did get a nice little punchy bit. I'm going to have to like name them something, but I love it when it just pow right in the kisser. I love that. What a goddamn shame. I thought I had a pulse again. So I felt dead. The symbolism of like I'd lost all feeling. I was numb, perhaps because of whatever had happened. It does feel like a failed relationship in this instance. I know I've said that a number of times, but this does. Swear you called my name when I was on my dying breath. I don't know if that's hope that someone called his name or just... Yeah, I think it was because it said I thought I had a pulse again. Like I felt something. When I died, I thought I heard you... I swore I heard you call my name. The skin wore off my bones. I felt my soul at peace. Can I just be alone again a few more decades, please? Is that because he thought that they'd called his name? And it says the skin wore off his bones, like he literally died and disintegrated, or why can't I think of the word? Decomposed. Skin wore off my bones. The soul's at peace. Once you die, can I be alone again for a few more decades, please? Can that be it? Can I live in this moment now, without any other hardships? But then it says, can you tell me what it's like to bring the dead back to life? Because that's kind of what he hinted at in the first couple of lines. Thought I had a pulse again, bring the dead back to life. Gave me roses when I died. Did something nice just to kill me one more time. Gave a little bit, took it back, or didn't give any more, perhaps. Now I got to cut you off, got to cut my losses. Came all this way, got out of my grave again just to crawl back to my coffin. It does feel like this leading someone on. You've already killed me. You've killed our relationship. It's dead. I'm dead. We are dead. You gave me an ounce of hope just to shut it down again, and I came all this way to hope for good things, and you shut me down. That's, gosh, I like that I've come to that conclusion, because at first I wasn't 100% sure where I was going with this. Yes, that's what I feel like. And then there's a bit of repetition for quite a lot of this. But there was another verse that said, "It's a goddamn shame I was getting my hopes up again. Yeah, when my funeral came, you killed me off again. I wish you would have let me rest." Right, so it was done. You didn't need to do that all over again. Break my heart all over again. Let me down all over again. Tarnish any ounce of hope I had. Gosh, that's powerful. Crawl back to my coffin. That's a good one. I really enjoyed that. So far, so good. We're on track 4, Shapeshift. This is another release that I haven't yet heard.
You're turning into a shadow. You fall but you levitate. I watch you shapeshift in front of me and drift to the dark.
Backing vocals are really cool there.
Watch you shapeshift in front of me and drift to the dark.
Love.
Black hands on your lungs, and they love to suffocate you. They will bite down, drain your blood, wear your skin like it's a costume. You know there's something wicked in the way it moves, terrorizing every part of you. But can you see? You're turning into a shadow. You're falling, you levitate. I watch you shapeshift in front of me and drift to the dark. Red eyes bring the flood, and they love the way you shake. Does the
Sorry, that started. You had heard that drum beat in the background, and then it bang! It just came in so suddenly. I loved that as well.
and drift to the dark.
Verse 2.
Eyes bring the flood, and they love the way you shake. Does the ground fit like a glove while you're drowning in the basement? You know there's something wicked in the way it moves, terrorizing every part of you. But can you see? You're turning into a shadow.
fucking fantastic. That hit me at every corner. There was so much in that. I loved the vocals, the chorus, you're turning into a shadow, you fall but you levitate. The darkness consumes you. You fall to the darkness, but you actually rise, levitating, lifting up from the floor. I watch you shapeshift in front of me. Maybe you fall but you levitate, the fact that they are two different contrasting things, but because they're shape-shifting, this is what happens when the person is shape-shifting. Shape-shift and drift to the dark. The darkness consumes. Black hands hold your lungs, maybe darkness, and they love to suffocate you. The darkness consumes you. They will bite down, drain your blood, drain your energy, drain you as a person. Wear your skin, this was a line. Wear your skin like it's a costume. Consume you. Take over like a demon. But wearing your skin like it's a costume is a visual that I won't get out of my head for a minute. You know there's something wicked in the way it moves. Don't trust it, it's very sus. The darkness, no. Do not. Terrorizing every part of you. Taking over. The darkness. But can't you see? Oh, it's that's questioning. Can't you see? You're turning into a shadow. Like, can you not see this? What I'm seeing, what I'm witnessing. You're shape-shifting. Red eyes bring the flood. Not good. The darkness. And they love the way you shape-shift. The darkness. The darkness. Does the gloom fit like a glove? The sadness, the depression, is it fitting? While you're drowning in the basement. Darkness. You run like a phantom. Oh, scary things. Darkness. Hold on to every mistake. You're clinging to the negatives. You're not happy. You're not taking anything positive from a situation. You're holding on to every mistake, tearing people down, highlighting the bad stuff. It's not good. Darkness consumes you. I watch you shapeshift in front of me and drift to the dark. Something wicked in the way it moves, terrorizing every part of you. Some repetition again. It eats you alive. I think this is what he was screaming, shouting, harsh vocals. It eats you alive till you're hollow. Oh my God. How, I mean, it's the most simple lyric, but it is so powerful. The darkness consumes you, if you will, until you've lost yourself. You've lost yourself as a person. You're hollowed out. There's no substance within. Nothing. Gone. Darkness consumed. Could I make it any clearer? Don't even dare say yes. This bit, but you don't belong to the shadows. In a way, it's saying, I know you. This could be about a ton of different things. This could be someone just losing themselves for whatever reason into depression, greed, someone being two-faced, but it's saying you don't belong to the shadows. This is not you. This is not your character. This is out of character. And then it says, watch you shapeshift in front of me. Like, such an interesting song. Loved it. Loved the drums on that were insanely cool. So cool. Such a bop. Banger. Track 1, banger. Track 2, banger. Track 3, banger. Track 4, shapeshift, banger. Track 5, Dayseeker. Of course it's Dayseeker. Soulburn. Let's listen.
Never saw yourself rise from the ashes. Are you still under the influence? Leaving me these scars just for the practice. It's not safe to drown inside a river of all your broken lies. Sharpen your blade if you unveil the knife. I'd love to see your soul burn alive. I'm waiting with a full tonight.
Okay.
And when you say goodbye to all you've lost, I'll be there so I can watch your soul burn alive. You've got a secret that no one knows. Try to bury it down, but you still let the hatred grow. You're still so angry and cynical.
What is...
A parasite that latches on to kill the host. It's not safe to drown inside a river of all your broken lies. Sharpen your blade if you unveil the knife. I'd love to see your soul burn alive.
What is going on?
Waiting with the vultures tonight. And when you say goodbye to all you've lost, I'll be there so I can watch your soul burn alive. Soul burn. Soul burn.
I'm not mad, by the way. I'm not mad. Oh. Oh. Stop it. That was the end? I thought there was going to be like some massive... I can't even... One thing at a time, Phoebe. I thought it was going to be a huge, like, pow! But it just went, nope, the end. I wonder if that leads into the second track. It's funny I say they said the thing, like when they said Creature in the Black Night, when they said Crawl Back to My Coffin. They said Shapeshift in Shapeshift. They said Soulburn in Soulburn. But because it's just one word in this case, Soulburn is just all one word for the title. It's not as, I don't mention that as much, but they did say the thing, and I do appreciate artists that give an insight into the lyrics from the title. Not everyone does that, and it's kind of funny when some don't. And I hear a song and I'm like, oh, I really love that song, but I can't remember the name because it's like some long title. I appreciate simplicity, but I also appreciate I appreciate everything, honestly. But this helps in this instance. That was so wild. That had like drum and bass elements to it. When I was saying like what is happening, it's such a different feel that I wasn't expecting that. We had the vocals again, gorgeous, sweet vocals, nothing harsh, totally fine with that. Yeah, it was like this completely different vibe to it. I loved it. They they did that so well. If someone told me that I was going to listen to a drum and bass track, or a track that had drum and bass elements on it, for the new Dayseeker album, I would have been like, are you sure? But actually, some people do it really well, and this was really cool. Also, the lyrics. It starts off, "You are a phoenix that died within, never saw yourself rise from the ashes." Almost feels like you burned so hard, you crashed and burned. Maybe that's it. Never saw yourself rise from the ashes. This image of a phoenix rising from the ashes is supposed to be like a triumphant rebirth, something good, whereas it's suggesting to me, at least, that this wasn't a good ending. Crashed and burned. Are you still under the influence? Drugs, alcohol, something that may have had an influence on this ending. Leaving me these scars just for the practice. That's not good. So we've kind of established they're not a good person. They've left him with scars, and almost saying like, did you do this just for fun? Was this just for the practice of it? It's not safe to drown inside a river of all your broken lies. They're a liar, and he was drowning inside of them. Sharpen your blade if you unveil the knife. Basically, like stabbing someone in the back, having a blade, telling him to sharpen it. Like, why not? You've done enough damage. I don't know. What's a bit more? So now, Soulburn, I'd love to see your soul burn alive. That's quite a vision. Someone burning alive. There's like, you would think there's like an extreme amount of pain there. I don't know. I might have this completely wrong, but it feels like, you did so much damage. This is how I feel about you. If your soul burned alive, so be it. Don't care. I'm waiting with the vultures tonight. Could that be like so vultures feed on dead remains, right? That they, yeah. So that's kind of a symbolism of I'll be waiting in the wings for your ultimate demise. Perhaps, as I say these things, they just developing. I'm like, is that right? I'm kind of impressed with myself as I'm saying it, because I'm like, what conclusion could I come to with this? The difficulty of not editing is that I just have to see where it goes. Sometimes I'll have something that I think I'm onto, and other times I'll be like, maybe not. That does feel like that kind of sentiment, though. When you say goodbye to all you've lost, when you leave this place, when you say your goodbyes, I'll be there so I can watch your soul burn alive. Kind of like a good riddance, isn't it? Yeah. I'll watch it to make sure that I witness the end of you. That's it. It doesn't mean like you're actual. I don't think he means an actual person, but I think he means like whatever we had in the form of a friendship, relationship, whatever it was. I want to see the end of that, and I will wait and see that gone to make sure that it's never coming back. That feels like what that means. You've got a secret that no one knows. Lies. You're a liar. You're concealing things. Try to bury it down, but you still let the hatred grow. Trying to conceal it, but you still let the hatred grow. I guess they're still a bad person. They're trying to hide it, but they're still mad because they know it's true. Maybe. You're still so angry and cynical. Same sort of sentiment there. A parasite that latches on to kill the host. Fuck. Kind of like narcissistic behaviour. Or just a parasite that latches on. Something that does not stop until the host is dead. Sucking the life out of someone. That, some lyrics, huh? I'm waiting with the vultures tonight. Like, what? That's cool. This writing is really creative. I love it. I'd love to see your soul burn alive, though. There's got to be something that's gone horribly wrong there to have such resentment towards someone or something. If I've taken that in the right way, who knows? All right, Bloodlust. Absolutely love this one. Let's listen to it. It's track number 6. We are halfway through, over an hour in. Oops.
Bloodlust. Are you crawling out of your skin again? Tell me it's not what it seems. Drain the blood from me like it never ends. Cling to my skin like a leech. Every part of you is giving up your eternal fate. A slave to the bloodlust. Skin again. Tell me it's not what it seems. Drain the blood from me like it never ends. Cling to my skin like a leech. Every part of you is giving up your eternal fate. A slave to the bloodlust.
Beautiful. I thought I knew better in some of that track. I thought I knew some of it and I didn't. I think I've only listened to that one twice. So again, they are so catchy. You find yourself singing along by the end of the track because they've got the catchy lyrics. I really love that. I like becoming familiar with a song. I don't like to take too long to kind of figure out the beat, try and understand where I'm supposed to bang my head. It's perfectly formed with Dayseeker. You know what you're getting, and you can... to be fair, the start of the track, I wasn't quite... I was just enjoying what I was hearing. I wasn't moving at the right time. But you really feel it. Those headbangs, the way it kind of sucks out and pals right in the kisser again. There was a lot of that. It's just really, again, it was like really meaty music. I can't explain it any better. But I love Bloodlust. I think that's a really strong track. I think it's one of their strongest as well. They're all so good though, because that sounds like favoritism, and every single one I've loved. But I love that. I love how there's like a pause at one point and then it crashes in. I love the vocals, the way that he goes the higher notes again. I love the way he changes the key of one of the lyrics towards the end. That detail again that we saw before. The fucking breakdown, insane. Loved it. One of the best ones. Favoritism, but I don't... it's just so powerful. And that was the last video that I saw them released like 3 weeks ago. Loved it. Two different sides of the story. You're two-faced on every page. Basically saying that there are two sides, or there are multiple sides to a story, but you are the bad person in all of them. I chose to ignore all the warnings. There were red flags, and I just let them slide. But you keep biting down for a taste, sucking the life out of me. Are you crawling out your skin again? Almost like a snake shedding. Tell me it's not what it seems. Kind of just them saying, please say it's not true. Please say I'm just imagining this. Drain the blood from me like it never ends. Suck the life out of me. Cling to my skin like a leech. Yeah, again, sucking the life out of someone. Every part of you is giving up. Your eternal fate, a slave to the bloodlust. This impulsive love for blood, or lust for blood, sorry. Your eternal fate, like you will never change. This is your fate. You will always be this way. Sucking the life out of people. Evil. The mark of the beast is a burden. You wear it when no one's around. Is that like the mark of the beast, the darkness? They would cover it up if they were in a public place. They would conceal their dark tendencies, and anyone else would think they were a nice person. But when no one's around, you wear this dark mark, or this darkness with pride. It feels like that. The midnight is making you nervous. You know when it gets dark, these urges take over, perhaps, while the venom falls out of your mouth. Again, like a snake sucking or biting someone with poisonous venom, saying that falls out of the mouth. Do you even bleed? Like, do you feel? Do you even have feelings? Do you care? Are you that cold? Drown in your own apathy. Apathy is like cold, not caring. You're drowning in it. You just completely consumed with numbness. You don't care. Evil. Are you crawling out your skin? Drain the blood like it never ends. You're a slave. You're a slave to the bloodlust. Kind of what we've talked about already. Just very powerful. Super, super powerful. Super, super great riffs. They've had so many great riffs so far. The drumming. I love the drumming. The drumming in this is just consistently incredible. I can't get enough. Even when I don't, talking about knowing when to do things. I know to bang my head, but drumming is different beat, and that I so desperately want to drum along with them, but I'm not so good at that. But it's so meaty. It feels good to listen to. I want to soak it up. Bloodlust, amazing. This is 10 out of 10 album already. It's going to be higher by the time I'm done. It's already higher. It's like 12 out of 10 at least. Dayseeker Cemetery Blues. I did ask for no background noise, but we've had a couple of fireworks throughout, and my mother is singing in the background. Hey, I'm not entitled to anything. Cemetery Blues then.
When the callus forms on your weary feet, I would carry you till the devil is asleep. Are my open arms not the heaven you seek? When I know one day you'll get tired of me. If death is only waiting for a final breath, I'm waiting for your silhouette. I could follow you forever till the bitter end, and we could make amends, say we'll meet again. The afterlife is colder than they told me it would be. Now I have nothing left to lose but these cemetery blues. There in the cemetery, watch the flowers bloom through the dirt I'm underneath. Even 6 feet down I can hear you speak. 'Cause I know one day you'll get tired of me. If death is only waiting for a final breath, I'm waiting for your silhouette. I could follow you forever till the bitter end, and we could make amends, say we'll meet again. The afterlife is colder than they told me it would be. Now I have nothing left to lose but these cemetery blues. Carry me until the devil is asleep. Watch me bloom from the dirt underneath. Death is only waiting for a final breath. Carry me until the devil is asleep. Watch me bloom from the dirt I'm underneath. Nothing to lose but these cemetery blues. Are my open arms not the heaven you seek? When I know one day you'll get tired of me.
They just went and threw a curveball right at me. I didn't know what to do with myself. That was mad. That was so good though. I was just talking about like knowing when to bang your head and whatever, and they're like, no, hold my beer. No. The unpredictable details just completely flew at me, and that was so enjoyable. To a bit of a wake up call. I'm I'm enjoying what I'm hearing, obviously, but I'm starting to think, oh yeah, this will be more this vibe, or this. I don't know what to expect. Expect the unexpected. Have no expectations, because we don't know what's coming next. That was wild. It had so many different layers to it. And then it had the harsh vocals. Like, hang on. So we got a bit here near the start.
I would carry you till the devil is asleep.
Right, that kind of first verse kind of like eases you in. And then
I could follow you forever till the bitter end.
that nice little I liked the way it kind of like stopped, and then they had this like electronic style voice.
Get tired of me. If death is only waiting for a final breath, I'm waiting for your silhouette.
That detail. Notice how they say if death is only waiting for a final breath, and then it's almost like they hold the breath for a second. How cool is that? That's fucking cool as fuck, dude. It's so cool.
There's only waiting for a final breath. I'm waiting for your silhouette. I could follow you forever till the bitter end, and we could make amends. Say we'll meet again. The after.
Okay. And then what? Sorry, what? Incredible. Mwah, 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 mwah. Such variation. I love it. I love it. I didn't think I'd love it. If someone said, oh, I did think I'd love it. I knew I'd love it. But if someone said there would be things to throw you off, well, I'd believe them. Anyway, can't cut that bit out. And then
Nothing left to lose but these cemetery blues. Watch me bloom from the dirt underneath. Death is only waiting for a final breath. Carry me until the devil is asleep. Watch me bloom from the dirt I'm underneath. Nothing to lose but these cemetery blues.
fucking hell, just absolutely wild. I'm gonna learn that so I know when the drum hits, so that when I see that live, if they play it live, but I'll be prepared. Because when I hear that again, when I play this album over and over, I want to be able to go, you know? Right, the lyrics. Gosh, what a rush. I'm so into this album. It's you never know what to expect when a band I've really been enjoying. If I really enjoy an artist's work, a new album is always nerve-wracking. It must be nerve-wracking for them to make, and nerve-wracking to hear the reception of people. I will always respect the work that's gone into it, but enjoying it is a whole different ballgame. I'm loving every second. 7 out of 11 done, and it is banger after banger after banger. They are all so different but so perfect. Anyway, lyrics. When the callus forms on your weary feet, so basically when your feet are tired, I would carry you till the devil is asleep. So it's basically saying I'd do this for you because I want to be that one to save you. I think, are my open arms not the heaven you seek? So maybe love or whatever isn't reciprocated, or they don't see comfort in his arms. Because then he says, when I know one day you'll get tired of me. Love dying, feelings changing. That's kind of sad. If death is only waiting for a final breath, I'm waiting for your silhouette. I could follow you forever till the bitter end, and we could make amends, say we'll meet again. Or is this about someone that has... I don't know, actually. This is someone they have lost. I know one day you'll get tired of it. I'm so thrown. If death is only waiting for one final breath, I'm waiting for your silhouette. Is it his final breath? So that he can reunite after his death, Rory's death. I could follow you forever till the bitter end, and we could make amends. We could sort out what went wrong. Make amends for the past. Say we'll meet again. The afterlife is colder than they told me it would be. Now I have nothing left to lose. Like I've lost everything. I can't lose anything more. But these cemetery blues. I mean, cemeteries, places where we lay dead people to rest. Cemetery blues, like being away from them, missing them, or going there and feeling the sadness. Yeah, that's probably more like it. Cemetery blues, being at the cemetery, feeling sadness. I was patient there in the cemetery, watched flowers bloom through the dirt. I'm underneath. He's picturing himself in there. Flowers blooming through the dirt, kind of talking about a beautiful thing coming out of the darkness, the dirt, the rot. Even 6 feet down I can hear you speak, because I know one day you'll get tired of me. I'm so confused with the tired of me. Is he talking about his own self? Would I carry my self till the devil's asleep? No, I don't. This is confusing, or maybe I'm just complicating it. Carry me until the devil is asleep? Oh. Watch me bloom from the dirt I'm underneath. Death is only waiting for a final breath. Nothing to lose but these cemetery blues. Are my open arms not the heaven you seek? And I know one day you'll get tired of me. That's a mystery. Is he saying you'll get tired of himself? I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Loved it though. Obviously. Just the absolute variation is incredible. Number 8, Nocturnal Remedy.
It's an evil that can't be tamed. Crush your skull like it's porcelain. When it fades to black, you're a dead man. Does it kill you when you're alone? Just one look and you'll turn to stone. When your spirit dies, you'll be hollow. And the dark shade comes to take away the pain. It
rewound it quite a lot, but it's fine.
Pieces fall into place. I want you to crawl back to me. Down on your knees, nocturnal remedy. Later, you're down on your
That's got to be a continuation to the next song. So this is still track. It continues. It continues on to the next song. That is cool. But first, let's dissect that. That was a strong contender of one of the best tracks I've heard on this album. That was big. The drums throughout, big, stunning. The way it went hard, but then it kind of drew back. I think it was In the Dark She Comes to Take Away the Pain, and how that got quieter, how there was a stillness to it almost. Not quite, but like it was calm. But then the pounding of the drums with the other bits. Oh my God. I loved it. I loved the way that sounded. I'm still buzzing from that one. The last part as well, adding in a few different, because this is Down on Your Knees, Nocturnal Remedy, but then the last 4 lines, Down on Your Knees, Begging for Peace, Cure My Disease, Nocturnal Remedy. Nocturnal Remedy seems to suggest, so nocturnal, like creature of the night, remedy, cure. I think he's saying that she, referring to a she, almost like a creature in the black night. Hello. She will come to take away the pain at night time, but she'll become the only thing you love to hate. So it's not good news, I'm afraid. But this nocturnal remedy, this in the night, things go away, perhaps doing a deed, down on your knees. It might be this thing of like an act of pleasure that is quickly a regrettable thing. Using sex as a means to forget momentarily, but it's a temporary fix. Happens in the night. Maybe that's maybe. It starts out, it's an evil that can't be tamed. Crush your skull like it's porcelain. Showing the vulnerability of that, liking a skull to porcelain. When it fades to black, you're a dead man. Nighttime, darkness. Does it kill you when you're alone? Loneliness. You want to be with someone, you want to feel something with someone. In the nighttime, when two bodies collide in some way, whether that's, it says down on your knees, orally. Just one look and you'll turn to stone. Almost like a Medusa kind of effect. You will be under her spell within seconds, or you'll fall for it within seconds. When your spirit dies, you'll be hollow. Kind of the numbness, kind of the going through the motions just to feel something, but it's not truly giving you more than just a temporary fix, perhaps. In dark, she comes to take away the pain. She'll become the only thing you love to hate. Yeah, this resentment that builds for something that's a quick fix, a bit of pleasure, maybe. Craving her touch, but you feel like a stranger. Again, wanting something intimate, but there's not a true connection there. Have you had enough of meeting your maker? This is the price we have to pay for letting the pieces fall into place. You want to do this, but there's a price to pay for that. There's a consequence. I want you to crawl back to me, down on your knees, nocturnal remedy. I want this person that I don't feel connected to, that feels like a stranger, to crawl back to me on their knees and be my nighttime cure. Feel your teeth underneath my skin. That sounds like an oral act, if I'm not mistaken. Taste the poison between your lips. It's not good. It's not good. So suggesting it's poisonous in her lips. Leave your mark on me so I'll remember. It can be done in acts of pleasure. The wicked thoughts that I embrace, the segs. Watch them creep through alleyways. It's dark. It's dark in there. I know I'll never change these urges, perhaps. It's a death wish, make no mistake. Yeah, it's bad news. It's got bad news written all over it, but for this short time, this temporary fix, you indulge, but you know it's not good for you. Sooner or later, you're down on your knees, begging for peace. Cure my disease, nocturnal remedy. Yeah, it's quite dark, but seems quite like an intimate or an act of pleasure. Intimacy suggests a bit more of a connection, I would say. So maybe not so intimate, but just my way of trying to say sex, but just getting awkward about it, I guess. All right, that was fantastic. Loved it. Top contender. So we had Nocturnal Remedy blended into The Living Dead, which is track 9. I'm going to just hit...
Golden lights, they tend to flicker on the quiet street. Can you see me through the gray clouds on the black concrete? There's a headlight racing toward me, but I don't think that I care. Nothing hurts quite like the feeling of a heart beyond repair. Call my friends, good at playing pretend. Don't break down again. Novocaine, numbing me to the pain. I don't feel a thing. Bottling up my thoughts for a while, blaming myself till I'm dead on arrival, telling me to rest in peace. I don't wanna believe I'm the living dead. No, the fire's there inside me. I just need some gasoline. Let it burn through all my trauma. Let me cry for you in peace. So the living dead are a real thing, hard to fathom, but I see just a corpse that's half alive in the mirror looking back at me. Call my friends, good at playing pretend. Don't break down again. Novocaine, numbing me to the pain. I don't feel a thing. Bottling up my thoughts for a while, blaming myself till I'm dead on arrival, telling me to rest in peace. I don't wanna believe I'm the living dead. Call my friends, good at playing pretend. I'm the living dead. Novocaine, numbing me to the pain. I'm the living dead. Bottling up my thoughts for a while, blaming myself till I'm dead on arrival, telling me to rest in peace. I don't wanna believe I am the living dead.
Shit. I felt like I was going to cry at one part, and I feel like I'm going to cry talking about it. That was... Gosh. But there was hope in there as well. That's good. That was a real nice... I loved the beat to that. It was a lot more calmer. It was kind of like admitting defeat. He's got a broken heart. Nothing hurts quite like the feeling of a heart beyond repair. It aches, and you feel this whole wave of depression over you, and you don't feel like you're going to be okay, and you pretend you're okay, and you say you're okay to your friends, or you pretend to other people that you're alright, but you break down over and over again for a while, and you want to feel numb to it, but and maybe you do become numb to it at one point. And he's likening himself, he's comparing himself to the living dead, which is almost a callback to was it callback to my Coffin, or one of the ones where it's talking about being dead, feeling dead. It's that again, isn't it? Yeah. Say he's the living dead. He's dead. Kill me off. Let's read the lyrics then. Golden lights, they tend to flicker on the quiet street. Wow, sorry about this. It's kind of setting the scene. It's a quiet street. It's maybe symbolizes a little bit of loneliness. Flickering lights, glimmers of hope, though, perhaps. Can you see me through the grey clouds on the black concrete? It's dark, suggesting that he is blending in with the darkness. Grey clouds, black concrete. Grey is kind of nothingy. There's no colour to it. And he's almost saying he's lost himself. There's a headlight racing towards me, but I don't think I care. Car could run me down. I'm done. Whatever. I wouldn't even flinch. Nothing hurts like the feeling of a heart beyond repair. It's so powerful, that line there. He's heartbroken. He's lost himself. He's not himself. He's the walking dead. Call my friends, good at playing pretend. Don't break down again. Telling himself not to. But it's inevitable. It does happen. And hiding it isn't good. But sometimes people don't want to feel that feeling. They want to numb it. Novocaine, numbing me to the pain. Just drugs or give me something so I don't feel anything. Numb me to the pain, I don't feel a thing. Bottling up my thoughts for a while, trying to forget it or trying to keep my thoughts to myself and not tell everyone about how I really feel. Blaming myself till I'm dead on arrival. Again, this whole feeling dead. It's darkness. Telling me to rest in peace, dead. I don't want to believe I'm the living dead. I like this bit. Know the fire's there inside of me. Or, know the fire's there inside me. I just need some gasoline. I can still burn bright. I can still be me again. I just need to light the fire. But we need something to light the fire with. And then we need to pour something to light the fire. I don't know. There are elements, and we need those elements of ourselves back, and we can only build them slowly again. Let it, or does he mean just burn it all down? I don't know. No, I think it's more of a like there's hope, there's fire inside of me, and it will come back, but it's going to take time. We need to build that foundation back again after all the sadness and the trauma and whatever's happened. It's going to take time. He does say, let it burn through all my trauma. I would imagine, I would like to take that as, when I can finally burn bright again, or burn the fire inside of me and feel something, burn through all my trauma, kind of get rid of it, heal from it. Let me cry for you in peace. Maybe just be more at peace and not feel like breaking down. Allowed to be sad about something but feel better about it in time. So the living dead are a real thing. He's kind of acknowledging that this is real, and I know it now because I'm living it. Hard to fathom, but I see. It feels surreal. Just a corpse that's half alive in the mirror looking back at me. That's so super sad. Just realizing he's the living dead, and just feeling like that, a corpse half alive in the mirror looking back at me. That's very sad. It was a good lead on from Nocturnal Remedy, almost like so that's kind of like a two-parter, isn't it? Nocturnal Remedy is the indulging in this regrettable thing that you're partaking with someone that feels now like a stranger, and You've done it, and you don't feel anything. In fact, you feel even more sad because it's someone you can't have. And you pretend it's okay, but it's not. I'm happy with that. I think, gosh, this album is just incredible. Right, with the penultimate track, Meet the Reaper. Oh my god. Okay, there is this theme of like darkness, scary, horror. Really cool. I love that. I love how it's developed. All right, Meet the Reaper then. Okay. Very strong start. That burst into my ears, and we're going to listen to that over again just because I loved it so much. If I can. God, love it.
Now my feelings lead to bitter thoughts, like a hellstorm in a glass house.
Sorry, I was hovering over it. It just skipped. I wanted to stop, not jump forward. I'm hearing like another bit of like distant drum and bass here as well. This is nuts. It fits so well in it as well. Let's go back a touch. I feel we've gone back a whole lot, but that's I'm not mad. Vocals are.
Now my feelings lead to bitter thoughts, like a hellstorm in a glass house. But I'm addicted to the siren song. It's a dull sound, drowning me out. For the past and the present, when I look into your eyes, but don't you forget you're mine.
Oh my God. how that faded out, almost like Meet the Reaper talking about a time that he will die. The Reaper comes for you, you're dead. It faded out almost as if that was happening, but like in a beautiful way. Shit. That was something. That was incredible. Drums in that again, just brilliant. The riffs, brilliant. Vocals, stunning. Stunning. Oh, God. Just bopping along like... Let's look at the lyrics to that one. I've been waiting and I'm terrified you'll destroy me when the sun sets. The Reaper is waiting at sunset. Observe. Right here. Tried to find you in another life, but the demons took my last breath. Maybe he's so... the last song and even earlier, Call Back to My Coffin, there have been references that he has died, but not a true death. He's died during his life of heartbreak or similar. Here it said, try to find you in another life. Maybe wanted to commit suicide. Maybe just wanted death to come for him when he was feeling very low. Would have felt better off dead, that kind of thing. But that didn't happen. He said, demons took my last breath. So in another way, he felt dead, but it wasn't from the true death giver, the Reaper. Blur the past and present when I look into your eyes. Maybe again like a weird time warp. What's real? What was real death? What wasn't real? Or the fact that it's so surreal. I collapse through the ceiling when I'm coming off your high. I collapse through the ceiling when I'm coming off your high. Crashing down, but still high up because of ceiling. I'm not sure what the significance of that is. He wants it but doesn't. Is he likening death to like a different high? You're the last 7 minutes that I see before I die. Life flashing before your eyes. Darkness. Creature in the black night. Seeing nothing but darkness the last 7 minutes before they die. Don't you forget your mine. Or is the Reaper saying that to him? Don't you forget your mine. Then he says, I can't wait to meet the Reaper. Feel the sting of death a little deeper. So again, that callback to dying before dying, but just part of you dying rather than your soul dying or your being dying. That's what I should have said all those other times. But it didn't. At that point, he was numb. He was talking about how he just felt numb. He was trying to numb the pain, but this time you'll feel it. Feel the sting of death a little deeper. Where my body dwells between heaven and hell, I've sealed my fate. So after death, obviously. Forget my name. There's no escape. Meet the Reaper. My untimely death is now. Forget my name. Forget me. I'm dead to you. I'm dead to you. Is it symbolic of being truly dead in someone else's mind? being forgotten, being killed off. Interesting discovery of what I've just thought out loud. I love doing this because of that very reason. Now my feelings lead to bitter thoughts. Yeah, I guess when something dies, there can be resentment. There can be wishing things were better, things went a better way. And that can be a thing that happens, bitter thoughts. Like a hellstorm in a glass house. A glass house would shatter if a hellstorm broke loose within it. Obviously very vulnerable. Could be saying the glass house is like his body, his vessel, a storm within that, and how fragile that would be. But I'm addicted to the siren song, the impulses, the urges that the siren calls to him. This desire to feel something, even if temporary. It's a dull sound drowning me out, sucking the life out of me, maybe? Not sure. I collapse through the ceiling, coming off your high. You're the last 7 minutes before I die. Or is he talking about the high of the Nocturnal remedy? And I feel so high, but actually I'm crashing down. I'm still crashing down because it's temporary. It's only temporary. And this untimely death is what will come after that. I don't know. Right, we are on the last one. I can safely say I've loved every second of this album so far, and I don't think I'm going to dislike Forgotten Ghost, which is track 11, but we'll see, right? No expectation. Let's listen to the final track of Creature in the Black Night, Forgotten Ghost.
If it's all the same to you, I think we need a clean break. Digging up your grave was no use to prove that I was insane. All the times I was afraid of when you would tie that noose around my neck. You can blame me for your detriment if it keeps you warm on your deathbed. So if you leave, then don't come home. Can't raise the dead with miracles. You'll haunt me when I need you most. garden ghost.
Shit. I don't like goodbyes. That was very goodbye. Oh. It felt necessary though. It sounded really cool. I feel like I was more drawn to the lyrics than everything. Obviously, it was a real good beat. Not super fast, not super loud, not super angry as such. Maybe a little bit angry, resentment, but more sadness, more done. Let's end here. God, it was such a poetic one to have for the ending, wasn't it? If it's all the same to you, I think we need a clean break. So it's kind of, again, calling back to the other previous songs, and there have been other songs that they've released that have suggested an ongoing relationship that has run its course. God, why am I so upset? I'm so upset because it's over now. I'm so upset because the album's finished and I'll just have to listen to it again. It's coming to terms with the fact that this is not doing us any good. We need a clean break. We can't keep coming back to each other like this. We can't keep running around in circles because he feels dead. He feels numb. He doesn't want to be breaking down and pretending everything's okay for just a quick fix every now and then that doesn't last. The whole Reaper thing, it does seem like that's like it's suggesting endings, a clean break, and then so that's the first verse and the first two lines. If it's all the same to you, I think we need a clean break. On the second verse, it said, if it's all a game to you, I think we need a doomsday. Like, it is final. This all seems like a game to you. It's not to me. And we need a clean break. We need an end, a doomsday. It's very, like, that is a lot more than just a clean break. Digging up your grave was no use. Kind of digging up the past, going back to somewhere that didn't work out the first time, didn't work out the second time, didn't work out the third time, but we kept going there. To prove that I was insane, I guess just believing that this, or hoping that this could work, or they did so much damage that it felt like he was insane. I'm not sure. All the times I was afraid of when you would tie that noose around my neck, I was afraid you would be the death of me, essentially. Very cool way of with words. You can blame me for your detriment if it keeps you warm on your deathbed. So while this is ending, if it makes you feel better, blame it on me. But we both know it's not. You know, there are two sides to every story. Even if you were two-faced on every page. I remembered. Anyway, if you leave, don't come home. If you're done here, we're not coming back to this. We can't. We're both tired. We can't keep doing this to ourselves. the next bit, can't raise the dead with miracles. I don't know why that got me a bit. He was talking about feeling dead, dying, living dead. You can't come back from that by trying to rekindle this thing that is not working out. It would take a miracle to make that happen, essentially, and it's saying this isn't that miracle that we're looking for, we would want, admitting that it's not what you hope it to be. That's so sad. Oh. The thing is, a very long time ago I went through something similar like this. Long time ago, and it's true, it hurts both people involved. It's not healthy, and it can make things worse, actually. It's a very, very long time ago, but relating to it, and just when you finally have to just call it a day, it's hard. You also don't want to upset other people. I'm sure they don't want to upset you, but there's a point where you're like, no, this is, as much as you want it to work, it's just not. And there are better things out there, but it's hard in this moment where you're left with this carnage, trying to make something work and putting so much time into it that you'd hope that it would be for something. The good thing is you can take good from it, and you can learn not to make similar mistakes again. But trying to make something, trying to work miracles is a very difficult thing. And it takes a lot, and if you've thrown everything you can at something and it's not working, or it's not two-sided, or whatever it is, if it's not working out for whatever reason, you just gotta leave it there. You'll haunt me when I need you most. I guess it's just like unable to forget the past, but when I'll be feeling most lonely, I'll be thinking of you, and it's not good, but I can't forget you. Or then it says, and fade like a forgotten ghost. So if we cut ties, if we have this doomsday, eventually you'll fade out, and we'll forget about this, and I won't feel this way anymore, and you won't feel this way, and you'll be the past, a ghost from the past. I hate to be the one to tell you the future is a cold, dead place. For us, I guess. I think he's saying, for us, the future is a cold, dead place. It's not going to be in full bloom, I'm afraid. And you got a paper thin ego with an attitude, this saying, or referring to something that he doesn't like about this person, or that hasn't helped. A knife to dig deeper in my open wound, stabbing me in the back. Just not a good person. Blame me forever for your detriment if it keeps you warm on your deathbed. Again, just if you wanna put the blame on me, do it. What's it gonna prove? We know where we're at with this. Man, that was really something. I was expecting a euphoric send-off. No expectations. Remember what happens when you have expectations. I actually really enjoyed that though. It was unexpected. It's so many corners that we turned. It was a really cool journey, and a sad but necessary ending. It's sad for now, but this means new beginnings, right? And we can grow when we put things behind us. We can grow when we leave things to rest. It's hard, but it can mean better days to come. And that can be a hard thing to process when you're in the throes of it. But the example that I was giving for me was a very long time ago, like 2005, 6. Long time ago. Maybe even 4 or 5. Now look at me. Yeah. Things have been better. Wow. What an album. Unbelievably creative. The lyrics, I'm so impressed with the lyrics. I loved interpreting all of that. I loved the riffs throughout, the drums. I'm always going to be fond of the drums in Dayseeker tunes because they're just so good. They're just addictive. Vocals incredible. Bass always got to be recognised. Bass was strong in so many of those tracks. And then we had like synthy stuff. We had the drum and bassy stuff. Whatever that was, I don't know. Fantastic. I'm so honoured to have reviewed that. And I can't wait to listen again and find new details going in there, because I seem to do that with everything, but particularly Dayseeker. I've listened to a few more than once, and yeah, you notice little details as you go. I can't wait to see them live. I wonder what their set list would be, which of those tracks would feature. Would love to hear Nocturnal Remedy. Would love to hear Bloodlust. There are so many. Creature in the Black Night, of course. Pale Moonlight. Crawl Back to My Coffin was cool. Shapeshift was cool. Soulburn was cool. That was brutal. Cemetery Blues, The Living Dead, Meet the Reaper, Forgotten Ghost. Alright, all of them. All of them. They all had their own strengths. But God, that was addictive. I'm about to listen to it all over again, but I won't spend 2.5 hours talking to you, talking your ears off. Thank you so much if you got this far. I hope you go out and get the album. Please do. Stream it. I will link all the details below anyway. And I'll see you for the next one very soon. More Dayseeker to come, if I can even get my words out. Take care. See you soon. Bye.